I'm Elliot Rodriguez, and this is your CBS Miami News Brief. Right now, let's get a check of your travel forecast from meteorologist Craig Setzer.
Elliot, weather-wise, doesn't look like too many problems expected across the country as winter high pressure in control and temperatures mostly comfortably cool, 50s, 60s, and some 70s throughout much of the south and southeast, and very little chance for rain except for a few showers in Florida. In the northeast, another Alberta clipper skipping through the Great Lakes, spreading some snow into upstate New York and eventually New England. Temperatures winter-like in the teens, 20s, 30s, and some 40s. Through the Midwest and the plains, temperatures cold in the northern plains in the 20s and 30s there, but everybody else looking not too bad in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Finally, in the northwest, some rain continuing, some snow in the higher elevations, and in the southwest looking mostly dry and mostly warm. And that's a look at your travel weather.
Craig, thanks a lot. The need for mentors is great. Did you know Miami ranks in last place among major cities in the number of residents who volunteer? That's why one woman is dedicated to changing lives, even if it's just one girl at a time. Here's CBS 4 anchor Rudabe Shabazi with her story.
I was reading the research about how children who are mentored is 55% more likely to graduate from high school, to go on to college, to not use drugs, and to not become a teenage parent. Mentoring plays a big part in all of this.
For nearly 20 years now, Thema Campbell has been on a mission as the president and CEO of Girl Power to improve the world one girl at a time.
January is the month when we say thank you to mentors.
On this night, Campbell and her team host a mentor appreciation night at Lulu's ice cream shop in downtown Miami. Campbell is hoping to recruit mentors like Ellen Woods, who have connected with a young girl and made the world of difference in their lives.
I didn't know that it was something we're supposed to do. And that's how I always looked at it. She could be my daughter. So let's go and hang out. Let me show you something new. And in turn, I learned a lot of new things from her as well.
Ellen Woods is describing her relationship with her mentee, Adeline Demahuste. They met 8 years ago. Adeline was 14 years old and headed down a dangerous path.
When I first met her, she used to be a fighter. She used to fight in the street. And I'm like, what are you fighting in the street for? Because I ain't no punk, Miss Ellen.
Adeline, who's now 24 years old, also remembers those times vividly.
I always loved to fight. Like, that was my biggest weakness. And she came at me, she told me this one thing. She's like, they're just like crabs in the bucket crawling you down. And, you know, she instead of her saying, oh my God, I'm gonna give up on her, she's never gonna be anything, she's never gonna make it, she saw the light.
Over the years, Ellen, along with the team at Girl Power, gave Adeline the confidence and pride to believe in herself.
Looking people in the eye and smiling, that was the biggest challenge of, oh my God, like so many people, like just smiling and having an eye contact changed my perspective. Like now I just smile randomly to people. Even if you don't smile back at me, I'll smile and I'm like, I become so cheerful, and I never used to be like that. If I was not in that program, I'll probably be in the streets, continue doing my ways again. Because, you know, like I said, I didn't see me becoming anything.
Adeline is now attending college and engaged to get married later this year. And she says all those years of mentoring are helping her give back as well.
I'm like becoming a little mentor myself, and then I didn't realize, I'm like, whoa, this is something Miss Allen, like this is what Miss Allen did for me.
Back at Lulu's, the call for future mentors is sweet and powerful.
Sometimes as mentors, we're supposed to tap into who they are and let them see who they are. I was glad to be a part of her life. So be a mentor. Be a mentor.
Good advice. That was Rudabe Shabazi reporting. Campbell and her team also add, it's not that these children don't have great parents, but a lot of times parents need help to expose young people to a different perspective. For more information how you can become a mentor, head over to our website, cbsmiami.com/mentoringmatters. We have a whole list of organizations you can get involved with. And tell us about mentors in your life. Email us at mentoringmatters@cbs.com. And that's our mini newscast for now. You can always find us on cbsmiami.com and tune into CBS 4 News at 5, 6, 7, and 11 for all the day's important headlines.